Eye on Gauteng, brought to you by the Gauteng Department of Economic Development.
We're now at the bus factory in Newtown. It's a place where the Johannesburg Development Agency holds their office, and they're responsible for urban renewal in the greater Johannesburg area as well as Newtown. We're here to meet its CEO, Thandoxolo Mandrew, who's going to tell us about the project in Newtown, present and future. Mr. Mandrew, thank you very much for your time. I know that in the greater scheme of things, urban renewal forms a very important part of the city's strategy going forward. But I want to talk to you about Newtown and the Newtown precinct, where we were in the past, where we are in the present, and where are we likely to go in the future.
I think Newtown to us is an example of what urban regeneration actually means in practice, because you'll recall that in the early 80s, Newtown actually experienced very serious degradation, and again, because it's part of the city, as a response to the challenges that the city and the CBD were experiencing, like capital flight, crime and grime. And one of the decisions that the city took was to identify Newtown as a precinct, as a development precinct. And the projects that were implemented sought to transform it so that it becomes a cultural arc of the city in the first instance, and secondly, it becomes a gateway and a link between suburbs like Braamfontein and areas like Braamfontein and the CBD.
Newtown is known for its history and heritage. In fact, it's one of the places historically that was allowed to have the various races mixed very freely. How important is this place historically to the JDA?
If you look at Newtown's heritage, it's vast, and it's true that it was a melting pot of cultures, of race, and everything that was prohibited by the apartheid government. So it was kind of a defiance to them to Group Areas Act, for example. It has, with repression and oppression going forward, Newtown actually experiences downgrade. However, as part of the regeneration, we sought to take that heritage and uplift that heritage. For instance, if you look at the developments around Newtown, we celebrated the historic contribution of trade unionism and workers in Newtown. For instance, we've upgraded the Mary Fitzgerald Square, and I'm sure you know the Mary Fitzgerald Square is named after the first woman trade unionist.
We see that there's a huge construction site taking place. It looks that the change is coming to Newtown. There are some people that are a bit concerned whether Newtown is going to lose its flavor with all these new shopping malls coming about. What is the thinking behind this new construction that we currently see taking place?
Guided by its growth and development strategy, the GDS 2040, Johannesburg sees itself developing various neighborhoods anchored around livability, where people can have fun, can work, and also stay in. So these developments that are around are not developments that seek to replace the cultural aspect and the cultural flavor that Newtown seeks to bring. But these are developments that seeks to say, within a cultural precinct, within any urban environment of the city the size of Johannesburg, you need to have mixed developments. So the shopping mall and the cinemas that are actually coming in the hotels seek to actually add more flavor rather than replace the nature and the culture of the culture that Newtown is known for.
What is the economic climate for people that are actually based in Newtown? How is business for them? Are they renewing leases? Are they leaving town? What's the story with regards to those people?
Unfortunately, because of the challenges, remember Newtown is competing with other cultural arcs within Johannesburg, whether it's in Melrose Arc, whether it's in Maboneng. So Newtown has to reignite itself and reimagine what a Newtown life is going to be. What is actually happening, which I think to us is a short-term challenges, is that we've seen gradual moving of some of our anchor tenants moving out. But we hope with the current developments and the funding that I was referring to coming from national government, that will begin to retain what we have and attract the tenants that have left and new tenants to bring and add to the dynamism within Newtown.